Hey, federal level government, I'm going to remind you of something of which you don't want getting out from a post I put on Facebook 10 years ago and 15 years ago, which MMA fighters are afraid to even do on the public post I put on 10 years ago and 15 years, and you at the Pentagon are afraid to do for your own self publicly, like I had. I'll alliterate slightly of the roundabout way. If accepting of which I posted, which was, you can bring any weapon, any amount of people, and try in any scenario of which, if doing so towards me, you are accepting until death of those actions. Of, if we're going to do this, let's do it, but until death. So, for the last 10, 15 years, which MMA fighters won't, that's just kind of a roundabout, it was a little more detailed. In other words, bring it, or if you do, it's until death. You even try to threaten through the boundaries of laws outside of it towards me, that you're starting it right there. You are singing, but yet not fully, completely, and you will. And it's until death. It don't matter who crosses that boundary. Pentagon people at the top of it won't even try. MMA fighters won't. And I'm still alive from 10 to 15 years ago of doing so, saying if you do so, and that is until death. I'm still here, giggling at it. Isn't that true, Pentagon? Yes, it is. So, yeah. Today's date is, double check here, May 12th, 2026, basically 4 o'clock of that day. So it's basically like I'm living in a metaphorical, legal octagon that's metaphorical at that point for the last 10 to 15 years. Most people are too scared to because, oh wow, they wouldn't make it as far because you ain't supported by the Lord. You would pass. I'm still here because I'm supported by the Lord. Hey Pentagon, what about the satellite imagery from 20 years before I was even born of 82 and until now? And how many times have you gone through it from my birth until now and found absolutely no law broken? What was that, 6 to 8 times? Since 99? I've easily my entire life going through, combing through for every detail of. And then to take the separation of how I was there in church and Sunday school and in between church and Sunday school and youth group and chatterbox. Go around Dan and them on studying. Uh-oh. Now, expose the truth of who performed both mass murders of Oklahoma and September 11, 2001, because obviously it can't be me because I wasn't letting diddly nothingness ever know me. That means I don't know anyone. And the whole world is coming to that conclusion. It already actually has. Now, why would they be going along with their Iranian fights against them and against the Russians and all that? It'll cause a vacuum that's got to be filled at that point, right? But who's really going to have ultimate say over that? 7.5 billion or half a billion? That's going to fill that vacuum up. Structure of what you people call of illusion of power. It's only ability, people. Christ is the only one with power. 7.5 billion? Which, hey, you want that filter on? No. Yeah, I've already told you that 30 years. No. So for 30 years I've been telling you no because I haven't built it because you're disgustingness. Unlawful junks that you are covering up truth even. Pentagon. Which indicates right there you would enslave it. Order. If you had it right now in this precise moment if I built it. Now, which side's going to get it first or those 7.5 billion or half a billion? In this nation, 520 million. You know what? If you would have taken kindness towards me, I could have built it simultaneously as they received, too, also on their ends of building it. That's called equalness, instead of we're better or they're better. Well, seeing that they have already seen how you treat them outside this borders of this nation, they're probably going to say they're better if they get it first. So you're going to do it to them, and wow. But then that involves a little button pushing of which you're not going to like the results of, because once it is detected that you find out they built it or they detect that you have built it, Things get really cute after that, huh? Get the truth out there, or hey, you ain't being kind towards anyone, not even your own self. Actually, especially of your own self. Get delusional piece of junk at the Pentagon and anyone at the federal level. Because I ain't got a dang thing to worry about. And who is that though? Toodle, don't do that. When I'm making a video, don't do that. Retarded people.